Hello, my name is Angela. Welcome to my little corner of YouTube, the Yarn and Yarns channel. Here I chat about my love affair with all things fibre. Knitting, spinning, crochet, weaving, all of the things. This is Vlogmas-ish, my version of Vlogmas. And I think we're on part 7 now. I've kind of lost track a little bit. As I'm recording, for me, it's Friday the 16th of December. Wow. So we're getting closer and closer to that day, the 25th. So yeah, time's just speeding past. I've got myself a warming cup of tea. It's kind of a bit hot, too hot to drink, but it's so chilly up here in the craft attic. I need to do it anyway. Let's just pop that up out of the way for a minute. I'm on a day home today. If you've been following this series or this channel for a little while, you'll know that at the moment I'm working part-time outside of the house and then also running my little online yarn shop, Yarn and Yarns, so I'm at home some of the week as well. And it's getting on for 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So today has whizzed by. I've been busy this morning packaging up a couple of orders, editing the last part of Vlogmas, and also I've been wrapping the last few presents and writing the last few Christmas cards, and I took those out to the post office this morning. So I think, apart from food shopping, we're pretty much done. And James, after tomorrow, no, today, it's Friday today, isn't it? Yeah. After today, James has got 2 weeks off, lucky James. So he is basically in charge of the rest of it. I've done all the present shopping and all the card writing, and anything else is James's remit now. This afternoon I am hoping to have a cosy-ish afternoon of crafting. I'm expecting that I might also jump on a video chat with my friend as well. So yeah, should be quite a nice relaxing afternoon. I'm going to catch you up in a minute with some of the progress that I've been making on my projects over the last few days, because I haven't really sat and taken the time to do that for a while. But first we'll open today's advent packages. Bed and Blend Tea Advent first. We have a little message on the side, says you're slaying it. And it's the Great British Cuppa, so it's a classic breakfast tea in today's package, which is always nice. So yeah, I'm way behind on my tea tasting at the minute, but I will catch up for sure. Moving on to Yarn Advent, another package from Zoe. This is number 3 from Zoe. Oh, this one's very tightly packaged. I'm not sure. I'm trying to do the reveal. I can feel it moving. Oh, I just glimpsed a little bit of orange there. So yes, look at that. That's a lovely one. So oranges, yellows, blues, all of my favourites. And I think there is another chocolate treat in here as well. Had to really wiggle that out. Oh, another quality street. And actually these green triangles are one of my favourites, so yum. I shall wind that up and get crocheting. Probably if I end up on a video chat, I'll probably do that while I'm video chatting. For my fibre swap advent, day 16, see what we have. Oh, there's some things falling out. Ooh, wow, that is a really, really deep, rich black colour. And my little caramel treat is running away. So this is 2021 clip Hebridean from South Uist, and it's been through the drum carder 4 times. And that just looks so smooth and fluffy. Oh my goodness, Lisa, that prep is just amazing. So I'm going to look forward to popping this on a spindle later on today. I've still got, I think, 2 spindles free. So yeah, I need to I need to start winding off some of the spins that I finished, I think, but not quite yet. That might be a job for Sunday. And hot chocolate. Although I'm not sure I'm going to share my hot chocolate drinking after the mess that I got into with marshmallows stuck to myself the other day. So yes, another fabulous day of Advents. Okay, so earlier on I promised I would catch you up with my progress on the things that I've been making. So let's start with the Advent crochet blanket. I am more or less up to date on this. I have not yet joined the squares made from the yarn in yesterday's advent, and obviously I've just opened today's advent as well. So I'm just going to quickly run through these squares with you because I don't think I've done this for a while. So in this little pile here I have the first 4 squares, which I think you've probably seen before, and these were all from the yarns from the lovely Ruth. So they were the first 4. And then the second 4 were from yarns sent by Charlie. And I don't think you've seen these. There might have been a clip of some of these in a previous Vlogmas-ish. I think maybe in front of the fireplace, because I was busy joining a few of these all at once. So those are the 4 from Charlie. And then the 4 from Jeanette, I'm pretty confident you haven't yet seen these. So here they come. So those were the 4 from Jeanette. And then so far from Zoe, I have this one, which was the first day, which I opened up that one down on the freezing cold pier. And then in my bag, I have been actually crocheting these this morning while I've been editing the last part of Vlogmas. And this is the purple sparkly yarn. And I love how these squares have come up. There's something really organic about the 2 colours and how they have kind of worked up in the different patches. I have really enjoyed watching those grow as I was sort of editing my video this morning. I was kind of picking up my crochet hook and making those. So obviously I need to join those up, and I hope to do that later today, and then work on the square from today's yarn too. So yeah, as far as my crochet project goes, I am pretty much up to date, which I'm actually really pleased with because December has been busy and I wasn't sure if I would be able to keep up, and so yeah, I'm quite pleased that I have been able to more or less keep up with that project. There have been a few days where I've sat and done a little bit more crochet, but I think I've pretty much, apart from one day, done a little bit of crochet every day, so that's been really nice. With regards to my fibre advent, I think it's been quite a few days since I've shared with you any of my spinning progress, and I've kind of forgotten a little bit where I'm up to with that, and I'm not going to show you all of the spins because it will be quite some feat to get them all out of the basket and show them off, and yeah, just wrangle the bats and the spindles. But I will show you the last few days because I'm fairly sure I haven't shared these ones with you. So I've started on my Crivelli spindle, this beautiful bat, which I think was, I don't have the labels right next to me at the moment. This was, what was this? Suffolk and Hebridean maybe? That's been a really lovely one to start spinning. Then the beautiful bat with the blues and the purples I have popped onto my glass tip spindle from Mingo Asho. And as you can see, I got started on that one. So I made a reasonable amount of progress on that. I'm going to make a really lovely yarn. They're all going to make really lovely yarns, but I think particularly the colours in that one are really speaking winter to me. And then from a couple of days ago, I started the bright rainbow bat, and I made some good progress on that. And this is on my Spanish peacock spindle. And I had a little bit of a moment of panic about how was I going to spin this yarn because there are so many colours in here. But in the end, I decided not to overthink it. And I am actually spinning this one from the fold again. There was a spin a few days ago, some lovely brown fibre that I've also been spinning from the fold because for the most part, these fibres are still pretty much aligned. And I just found it easier to spin from the fold with the fibre when it's like that than spinning directly from the bat. So all I'm doing is literally just pulling off a staple length of fibre, whatever colours come, and I'm just spinning it up like that. And my thought at the moment is to maybe chain ply this yarn. So I will lose a little bit of yardage by chain plying. Obviously that's a 3-ply rather than a 2-ply. For the most part, there are some mixing of colours, but for the most part I'm getting sort of little pops of the individual colours. So you might be able to see on the spindle there's a bit of green, there's a bit of yellow, so I think this might make quite a fun sort of variegated rainbow yarn if I chain ply it. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts for that one at the moment. And then the Scottish blackface from yesterday, I did decide to put that back to one side, and I'm going to save it for hopefully a later video experiment where I prep some other Scottish blackface and I comb it and spin it up and compare the combed fibre versus the carded fibre. So yeah, I'm going to keep hold of that one for a later date. But don't be alarmed, I did do some advent spinning yesterday. So although I didn't start my new bat, I did go back and start working, or continue working, on the bat from day 4, which has got these beautiful specks of sari silk running through it. So I've filled up my first spindle, which is a Whimsy Wood and Wool spindle, and I am a good way through. Let me put that one down. I'm a good way through the second half of this bat, and this is not going to take me too long at all to spin up. And I am using a Russian spindle from Enid Ashcroft. This one doesn't fit on quite as much fibre, so I think it's going to be a little bit of a fight to get all this fibre onto this one spindle, but I'm determined to do it. So yeah, that's going to be my little spinning job this afternoon, after I have popped today's fibre onto a spindle. So I'm going to do 15 minutes of today's fibre, and then I'm going to spend whatever time is needed, hopefully, to finish the rest of this. If I can get that second spindle finished, then I'll have days 1 to 4, the singles of spun up. And so if I wind those singles off, I'll be freeing up 7 spindles. So although I'm getting to the end of my spindle collection, I should be able to free up more if I need them. But I would really like to get my spin finished on my e-spinner so that I can ply before I wind off. But I've still got probably at least a third of that braid that I shared the other day left to spin still. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to actually do that. I might have to accept the fact that I'm going to need to wind my spindles off and leave the singles just sat in a little basket waiting to be plied, rather than being able to wind them off and ply them straight away, because yeah, that braid on the e-spinner is taking me, well, it's not taking me more time than I expected, I just don't have as much time as I would like to work on all of the projects. And then on Wednesday I sat and did a reasonable amount of knitting on my Varia mitts project, and I think the last time I shared this with you I was part way through this bottom cuff colour work, and now I have finished that chart and I'm well into the main chart pattern, and you can see the bottom of the owl is starting to emerge. I think I'm about quarter way through the main chart now, and so this afternoon when I go downstairs I'm going to take a look at the chart, the rest of the chart for this, however many rows are left. I'm going to divide that by 2, and I'm going to keep knitting on these until I hit that halfway point, and then hopefully I will finish the other half on Sunday. I'd really like to have these finished by the end of the weekend. So that's my goal with the Varia. We shall see whether I manage to hit that or not. Leaving the house so early, the moon's still out. Hey friends, it's Saturday what day is it? 17th. And it's nearly 8 o'clock in the evening, and this is the first time I'm having a chance to sit and say hello to you for today. I have been out working and I was on an earlier shift at Waterstones today, and because of the train strike I had to be out of the house and at the bus stop at just after 7:30 to get to my shift on time. So apologies for the late start and the wet hair, but I'm popping in after my bath to quickly open today's advents, and I think that's all I'll have time for today. I had hoped to have a day to catch up with you tomorrow, but things are really busy at Waterstones and they've asked me to do an extra shift, so I'm going to be working tomorrow instead. So hey, it is what it is. We can't do too much about it. It was going to be a tough ask for me to get some interesting Vlogmas content for you, but hey, I hope you're somewhat enjoying what I am providing. Day 17 of Fiver Advent. Let's get cracking before the day disappears. James is also on the way with some dinner shortly. He's in the kitchen at the moment, just making chilli, so I don't have a ton of time before he appears. Okay, so in today's Advent, I have got some tea, a Galaxy chocolate, yummy, and another washi tape. This looks really fun. It's Christmas trees this time by the looks of it, what I can see in the dim light with my old lady eyes. That's really cute. Thank you so much for those, Lisa. And the fibre today is, well, there's lots of notes on this one. Suffolk carded bat, fleece from West Wales, from 2022. She says it's very neppy. Fermented suet and washed, so wash your skein well to extract the grease. And it's just a beautiful natural colour, a creamy colour, so I think you can see the camera's not really focusing on it, but you can definitely pick up some of the sort of neps in there, so it's going to make a textured yarn, and I shall look forward to spinning that. I think given that it's so late today and the fact that I'm working tomorrow, I'm going to start getting a little bit behind on my 15 minutes a day, but hey, I think I've done pretty well to keep up so far, so I'm not going to beat myself up too much. Now on to yarn advent. Now Zoe sent me a message today to say that inside the wrapping she has left notes about what the yarns are, and of course I've missed those because I've been very carefully opening the package and sliding the yarns out at the end. So I do still have the wrapping from the other ones that I've opened, so I will go back and find out what those yarns are. Today I'm going to fully open the package. Ooh, look at that beautiful Christmas red. Love that so much. And a Quality Street chocolate as well. And the yarn is, oh, it's a Woolmise. Wow, that is special. I don't think I've ever knit with Woolmise. When I first got back into knitting, I don't know how long ago it was now, 10 years ago maybe, Woolmise was everywhere and I've never tried it, so I'm super curious. So thank you so much for sharing that precious yarn, Zoe, and I'm going to look forward now to tracking down the other packages and finding out what the other yarns are. Silly me, eh, thinking I was being all cute and neat and not ripping the packages open, and little did I know the treasured information was inside. That'll learn me, won't it? Next time, rip open the packages with abandon. Right, I'm off to have something to eat and maybe a couple of hours of crafting before I go to bed and start the whole Waterstones thing all over again tomorrow. So, yeah. Hello, welcome to my Monday. It is the 19th, I think, of December, and I'm going to be wrapping this part of Vlogmas-ish up today. Sorry I didn't chat to you yesterday. I had to leave the house early for catching the bus to work. So yeah, I was out the door early for a bus, and then I had a little bit of an accident at work. Nothing serious, I'm obviously okay, but by the time I got home I was just feeling a bit wiped out and just fancied a cosy evening. I didn't even open my advents, I just had a bath, James made a roast dinner, and I did a little bit of knitting, a little bit of spinning, and yeah, didn't really switch the camera on to chat. So yeah, that was my Sunday. So just because I know you might be curious at what happened at work yesterday, I was working on my own because, you know, the reason I went in was because we were short staffed, and I was working through a stack of boxes. So deliveries come in these big boxes and they get stacked about 6 high. The boxes weigh up to 20 kilos each, and we just work through the stacks, unpacking them, booking them in, getting them up on the shop floor or onto the shelves in the warehouse, depending on what stock levels are like. And yesterday I was sort of mid squat in that, you know, perfect manual lifting pose, as anyone who will have done any manual handling training knows, picking up the bottom box from a stack, and out of the corner of my eye I could see the stack behind it started tipping. So I needed to get myself out of there because, you know, 120-ish kilos of books landing on you, it's not a good thing. But because I was in a sort of half squat position, I couldn't get myself out of the way quick enough. I turned myself to, I was worried about, you know, heavy boxes hitting my head and breaking my glasses, that sort of thing. But I turned and the boxes caught me on the sort of shoulder and arm, and one slammed into my thigh. So I've got a lovely bruise on my leg, and I'm feeling really bruised in my arm, although it doesn't look particularly bruised, like obviously black and blue. I'm sure it might happen in a few days time, it might come out. So yeah, as I say, I'm fine. It's like having a bit of a fall really, but I'm quite achy down that side today. And yeah, luckily one of my colleagues came along and saw a big mess of boxes and books, because all of the boxes just split open. I mean, they're just cardboard boxes and they've really got too much stuff in for the strength of the cardboard that they use. But anyway, I was fine until Jordan came along and said, "Are you all right?" And then I just burst into tears because it was like that shock reaction. And you know, I wasn't like hurt, but I was definitely sore. So I had to take 5 minutes, and Jordan, bless him, sorted out all the boxes, cleared up the mess from the leaning tower of books. But yeah, it was a day. So I didn't switch the camera on. So consequently, I have 2 advents to open today. I don't have any yarn mini advents left because postal strikes. So let's open yesterday's package first from Lisa. This is obviously fibre advent, and I can see there's some gorgeous blue in here. It's just come open at the side there. And the extras are beautifully coordinated. So I've got a pucker tea, 3 chamomile. Might brew that one up this afternoon because that will help me relax, hopefully. And caramel sweet. I'm saying this afternoon, it's already the afternoon. Because I was able to lie in if I wanted to today, my body decided it needed to be wide awake at 6:30, so I've been on the go since 6:30. I've packaged Yarn and Yarns orders, I've taken them to the post office, I've started pottering around doing some bits and pieces at home, so we're well into the afternoon now as I'm recording. Anyway, brain, sorry. Fibre. This is a merino bat inspired by icicles, and you can totally see that in the colours. So almost, that's probably a little bit better of a colour reflection back here. So I'll look forward to getting that onto my spindle, or a spindle, as soon as I can. As I didn't get around to opening one yesterday, I get to open a second. So 2 fibre packages for me today, which is super exciting. So let's get into today's package. Ooh, 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 lovely. Oh, that looks kind of dark and moody with a splash of sort of fiery colours. Definitely looks like the fireside to me. Hebridean and mixed mystery wool. I might actually have to save this one and start spinning it next time we put the fire on. I love this one so much. Thank you, Lisa. In with that, I have a 3 cinnamon tea and another caramel sweet. And actually, I have a bit of a frog in my throat, so I might pop that in now. When I woke up this morning, my intention was to take you through the day and to hopefully have a nice kind of end to this vlog. But a lot of today is going to and has already been about errands and housework, so I'm going to share a couple of bits of progress from some of the projects that I've been working on, and then we'll probably wrap things up for today. So first off, I've got a spindle to share with you. So I started this a couple of days ago from that beautiful bat that Lisa had put through her drum carder 4 times, and I'm using my Spindle Shop spindle. This is a teeny tiny little spindle, so it doesn't hold much, but it spins absolutely beautifully. And the Spindle Shop are based in Australia, and I'd love to get another spindle from them, slightly bigger one, next time. So that's on my treat list for next year, I think. But yeah, this is spinning up so beautifully, and the colour is gorgeous, and I shall look forward to getting back to that one soon. I now actually only have one lonely spindle left. That is empty, so I need to start winding off my singles from some of the other finished spins. I also did manage to finish the spin from day 4, which I think was Cheviot and Sari Silk. In my little basket of finished so far spins, I have the fibre from days 1, 2, 3 and 4, and if I wind these off then I'm freeing up 7 spindles, so I need to do that really, don't I? With regards to progress on my crochet, I have finished the square with the lovely purples. I can't remember, did I show you this before? Honestly, my brain is not functioning today. I think I shared with you the finished squares, but maybe not the joining. So that one has turned out beautifully. I really enjoy that one. And then I've got 1 and a bit square from the next mini skein that I got from Zoe, and my yarn is pretty much gone. So this was a smaller mini, and this yarn is a little bit thicker as well. So I need to go diving through my leftovers to see if I can find something to coordinate with this. This one crocheted up absolutely beautifully, and I just love the colours in this particular yarn. So pretty. So yeah, I need to have a dig around and see what I can come up with to go with those, so I can finish that one. And I've not yet started the red, the Warm Eyes red. That was the final package that I opened up from Zoe, so I might try and get to that this evening. Now, although it does mean that my brain's not quite functioning right now, the fact that I got up early does mean that I managed to do a little bit of knitting while I've been editing the beginning of this vlog, and I am happy to say that my Vari emits are finished. So the project that I have been working on for my December hit list are done. I have 2 owls ready to wear. Well, not quite, because I do want to block these and I love them so much. I'm not going to chat about them too much because there will be a 12 cast-ons vlog coming. As always, thank you so much for being here, for watching the videos, for liking the channel, for subscribing. And a special thank you to, there's 2 folks who, after my last video, bought me a coffee. So I am super grateful for that. Thank you so very much. If you'd like to find out the ways in which you can support the channel, you'll find links to Ko-fi and Patreon below this video. I'm off to try and edit this last bit of footage together. I've been very rambly. My brain's not quite here, not quite focused. I might need an afternoon nap. But once I've done that, of course, I will be starting the next one. There'll be at least 1 more Vlogmas-ish video to come. If not 2, we'll see what we have time for. So I hope you will join me for the next one. But until we do get to spend time together again, I hope you get to do some of the things that you enjoy. Great big woolly hugs to you all. Bye for now. Bye.